Hello, bookish friends. Welcome back to Amanda's Bookish Adventures. It is my February wrap-up, and like I've said, I'm trying to wait to see if you'll talk. So there's two wrap-ups. You get a mid-month wrap-up, and then you get the final wrap-up. So the mid-month, we talk about the books that I read for the first 2 weeks. Same with the second one. We talk about the books I read for the last 2 weeks, but we get stats on that. So I'm just welcoming you into the vlog, and then well, it's kind of like a wrap-up vlog, but I just call it sorry, the sick cold has got my brain fuzzy, so you'll see me, right when I finish the book or graphic novel or manga, talk to you about them, and then at the end of every one that's wrapped up, I will tell you the stats of this video. Wrap up the book. I finished Payback's the Witch, and I gave it a 5-star, and it's really good. Emmy comes back into town to be a judge in a magical competition amongst witches. Well, she finds out her best friend and Talia, who she kind of knows because it's a small town, has been both dated and they were cheated on, Garth Blackmore, and it's a revenge scheme, and I loved it. Talia and Emmy's love story, it was good. Wedding, it's absolutely beautiful, and it was queer, and I adored it, and I can't wait for the companion to come out in the next couple months because I'm gonna definitely be reading that, and I recommend it. It's so pretty. To wrap up 2 more things, so I read Captor, Sakura Volume 2 and gave it a 4-star. I do adore it, yes, and it is a cute series, but there is, and it is an older, because I'm reading the collector editions, it is an older series. I think it came out maybe in the 90s or late 90s or early 2000s. There is a plot that I don't, it's with a side character. The side character, well, the same plot is kind of with Sakura's mother. I'll explain that. So her mother married her father when she was in high school. And I'm not saying that's a lot better than where Sakura is. Sakura is in elementary, and one of her friends is dating, she's very mature for her age, and she is dating an older boy, right? Or at least everyone assumed he was an older boy. He's their teacher. So yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. I am enjoying everything else in the series, and I can understand maybe a teacher and a student relationship in high school for manga, because there has been a lot of manga like that. But an elementary student and her teacher, no, but it is a side character. Overall, it's really cute, but I don't really appreciate that, and maybe it was the time, because those have been very popular throughout, because I've been reading manga since I was a kid, but I never read this, and as I've gotten older, I know what's not appropriate. And if I'm reading an adult romance, if it's age gapped, and I say, yeah, hey, it's age gapped, but it's an adult romance, it's very different than from something that is for middle grade. It feels middle grade, a middle grade manga, so it's extremely different. Now, the book I read is Malice, and I read it throughout the month of February, and I put it down for readathons and slaps. I absolutely enjoyed it. It is a Sleeping Beauty retelling of Aurora and Alyssa, but Alyssa is Maleficent's character falling in love, and it is their romance. It is a duology. It is absolutely good. I'm not going to go into a lot of thoughts because there will be a vlog in March of me reading Queer Sleeping Beauties, so even though I'll be wrapping them up in here, I will have more discussions and more thoughts in the vlog for March. But yeah, I absolutely adored it. I can't wait for the second one. The second one comes out on May 10th. So I'm extremely excited for that. I am nervous because it's the last week of the month and I haven't really finished my TBR. I finished my pull-a-thon TBR and I finished 2 things on my TBR video, but I haven't finished my TBR. Like I said, I want to read all this, and it didn't happen because I slumped. So we'll see when I'm editing this wrap-up video for the entire month how I do for the rest of this last week. So yeah, but I'll be back probably to update you with the next Sleeping Beauty and tell you the thing, or my rating. I probably won't tell you my thoughts about the next one, but I'm just excited they're all queer. So yeah, I'll let you go for now. Hi, so I read the graphic novel Laura Dean Keeps Breaking Up With Me, and I gave it 5 stars. So Freddie, she is in a very healthy relationship with Laura Dean. Laura Jean breaks up with her on holidays. She cheats on her, gets back, and then once she kind of sees Freddie maybe moving on or paying attention to her friends, she kind of swoops back in, and it's an endless cycle. Her friend takes her to a psychic. She's also talking to an advice columnist, and the psychic gives her advice that what she has to do, and she doesn't like the advice. She is so connected to Laura. Like, it's probably her first love. It doesn't talk about her in other relationships, but it's probably like her first lasting relationship. But it's very unhealthy. The things like she doesn't notice, and she starts noticing it towards the end, the toxic traits, who she is with her. It's kind of sad how Laura gaslighted Freddie, and it was kind of really upsetting. It's written phenomenal. The artwork is amazing, but the more I talk about it, because I've talked about it on TikTok in my vlog, I'm like, I'm really sad for Freddie, because I think she's only 16, and to be in such an unhealthy relationship with the gaslighting and the toxic traits and the repeated cycle, that's sad. But I enjoyed it. The artwork was really pretty, like I said, and I gave it 5 stars. But I'll probably update you when I finish some more in a little while. Hi, so I finished another graphic novel. I have finished Gotham High, and I gave it a 4 star. It is a reimagining of Bruce's story. It is completely different. His mom comes from China, she from Hong Kong. The way his parents died is different in this one. His relationships with Alfred and everyone else is very different. I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 4 star. It's another, unfortunately, DC comic standalone, so I'm not going to get a sequel, but I would really enjoy a sequel because of how good it was. I know you've probably seen it in the vlog or other things. I am sick, and it's really bad, so I am just going to let you go and just tell you I finished that. Let me read you the stats. So I have read 13 books, so 4 graphic novels, 1 manga, 8 books, so in total 13. Total pages read was 4,130. So it wasn't my best month, but January I read like 37 things. But I had so much momentum to read. Maybe it's because it's the shortest month of the year, but 13 is not bad. I just didn't want to pick anything up the first week of February, and I had that trouble through a lot. So for Goodreads, total books I've read so far this year is 50. That's really great. Books ahead, I'm 18 books ahead of schedule. So that means I am 25.0% done with my Goodreads goal. So other than that, the stats make more sense and make me feel better, being at like 50 books ahead, 25 point. That makes me feel good. If I do not like the book, I DNF it. If it's like somewhat I see it's good, I will stick and give it a 3 star. But if there's just too many books out there to read, that there's not going to ever be enough time to read. So I want to read what's really good. That's why most of my wrap-ups have 4 or 5 star books, graphic novels, manga, whatever. If I do not like it, I will DNF it. I try, like, if it's a group book to read it, especially if I bought it, but I'm not going to force myself to read a book if I do not like the writing or the characters or the style or just the entire book. It's just a waste. That would just be a waste of time, and that makes me slumpy. So that is it for February. Tell me how your February went, how many books you read, or what was your favorite book. I have a couple favorites on here. I can't really pinpoint like what was my favorite. Well, I do, but that's for a bookmarks video you'll see in December. But that is it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!